People say Jesus saved us. But let's take a trip through history. Let's ask the real question. Where was God? Where was Jesus during slavery? Because I've read the revolts. I've studied the uprisings. And Jesus was never there. 1. Haiti. The first black slave revolution, 1791, led by Dutty Boukman, a Vodou priest. They didn't pray to Jesus. They didn't read a Bible. They called on African spirits, Loa, ancestors, power. Result, they defeated Napoleon, the strongest army in the world. No Jesus, no cross, no God. 2. Caribbean slave revolts. Still no Bible, just blood and bravery, 1760. Tacky's War, Jamaica, led by African warriors. No mention of Jesus. 1816. Buss's Rebellion, Barbados, organized by enslaved Africans. Jesus wasn't involved. 1831. Baptist War, Jamaica. Even when Christianity was used, it was a tool for strategy, not salvation. Bottom line, none of them said, Jesus gave us victory. 3. U.S. slave rebellions. The pattern continues. 1739. Stono Rebellion, South Carolina, led by Africans using their native languages and traditions. 1800. Gabriel Prosser, Virginia, inspired by Haitian Revolution, not the Bible. 1831. Nat Turner, Virginia, used Bible symbolism, but still failed. Slavery continued. Turner died. God didn't show up. Jesus didn't save them. 4. Why didn't they call on Jesus? Because they didn't know him. Africans were taken from spiritual cultures, not churches. They had Vodun, Ifa, Orisha traditions, ancestor veneration. Jesus was introduced after centuries of suffering to keep minds enslaved, even when chains came off. 5. Let's talk death toll. Millions died. Jesus was silent. Over 12 million Africans trafficked. 2+ million died in ships. Untold numbers died on plantations. And you're telling me a man who died in Rome saved us. 6. None of these revolts were won by Jesus, only by resistance. These victories came from African knowledge, guerrilla warfare, spirit, fire, and unity. Jesus didn't show up in the field. He didn't open the chains. He didn't stop the whips. 7. Fast forward. Now look at what black people fought for. Let's list it. Freedom, the right to vote, desegregation, civil rights, education, housing, business ownership. Not a single one was given by Jesus. All were fought for by your ancestors. 8. You sitting in church, thanking Jesus. But it was our ancestors who carried you. Let's be honest. Jesus didn't break Jim Crow. Jesus didn't march in Selma. Jesus didn't sit in at the lunch counter. Your people did. You are not where you are today because someone died on a cross 2,000 years ago in Rome. You're here because your ancestors survived the unimaginable. 9. List one thing. Jesus gave black people, just one, from the slave ship, to the cotton fields, to redlining, to mass incarceration. What benefit did Jesus give you? Did he stop slavery? Did he end segregation? Did he build your business? Did he protect you from police or assault? Did he put black dollars into black banks? No, you did. Our ancestor did. And now that we're the second most powerful consumer group in America, that didn't come from a cross. That came from a climb. Final thought. Black people need to wake up. You sitting in church on TikTok Live, lighting candles for Jesus. But you've never lit a candle for your ancestors, the ones who actually died for you. You wake up every day telling your kids, Jesus died for you. But what about your great-grandparents who survived Jim Crow? What about the elders who lived through no blacks allowed signs, who are still alive right now and watching you give their credit to a ghost? We're in 2025, and we still don't know who we are. We spend more time memorizing Bible verses than learning our own bloodline. more time in church than in history. That's not faith, that's forgetting. Giving all the glory to Jesus while ignoring the people who actually carried us here is the most disloyal thing I've ever seen. Our ancestors were whipped, lynched, raped, and still fought to give us this life. They gave everything, and we gave them nothing back, not even a thank you. It's time to stop worshiping the Savior they gave us and start honoring the ancestors who made sure we survived.